In order to properly pronounce the V sound in English, your top lip must not touch your bottom lip when pronouncing the V sound. In order to properly pronounce the V sound in English, your top lip must not touch the bottom lip when voicing the V sound. For example, usually Japanese students, when they say the V sound, will create a B sound because their two lips will go together. For example, if I were to say the word very, a Japanese student might say berry. That's because the two lips are touching together. If I were to say the word however, a Japanese student might say however. Again, the two lips are touching together. So in order to correct this, you have to separate your top lip from the bottom lip, and actually you should be able to see your top teeth if you're looking in a mirror when you're pronouncing a V sound. So, for example, the easiest way to do this is to actually take your two fingers and physically lift your top lip when you pronounce the V sound. So, for example, very, however, vivitar, vacation, visited. As long as there's space between your top and bottom lip, you will say the V sound properly. Now, I know it looks a little silly to put your finger in your lip, and when you're in a conversation, you're not going to say, "Excuse me, but however, it's very late and I have to visit my family." You don't do that because it will be kind of strange, rather hen. You only do that to practice your V sound. Once you become proficient in separating your lips, you won't have to put your fingers in your mouth. You can simply keep them separate. Very, visited, however. As long as there's a space between the top lip and the bottom lip, you'll be okay. So let's practice some V words with the following paragraph or story. Vivian was a very voluptuous vixen who loved to visit the Vatican on her vacation and get involved in its inner workings. However, when she visited the Pope had already vacated his Victorian vista. Vivian was vexed. So she took her friend's advice and began studying Latin vocabulary so she could express her appreciation for the Pope in her own voice. When the Pope heard Vivian in her own voice, he was very moved. As a gift, he gave her a vacuum. Now, don't read anything into what the paragraph said. There's no ideological, political, or religious connotations to it. I just made that up because it had a lot of V words which you could practice. I exaggerated the V sound so you could see the top lip separating from the bottom lip, but eventually, once you get the hang of it, you won't have to exaggerate so much. So again, to properly pronounce the V sound in English, make sure your top lip does not touch your bottom lip when pronouncing the V sound. Thank you.